Part 8. Earth as the planet Tijik Gaia. Lizards aborigines of the planet Earth Terra. The humanoid world of Terra and its new catastrophe. About the evolution of humanoid races on Earth. Consonances of the history of the galaxy. Earth as the planet Tijik Gaia. From the analysis of UFO facts from Ron Hubbard and the reports of the DJs in Sector 9 of our galaxy about the thermonuclear Armageddon of the Earth 75 million years ago, this is what happened a little later on our Earth then. See the book of the Italian Orazio Valenti, Where Are Humanity Going? Catania, Sicily, 1990, below. It turns out on Earth at the time there were also its own evolutionary transformations as a spiritual mega-entity. Another expansion of the geoid. The continents were torn away from Pangaea and Laurasia, and after the restoration of biological life on it, without dinosaurs, on the unnecessary empire wreck, by the forces of the euphoric fleet of Andromeda and landing from 4 humanoid races, white, yellow, red, and black. And as much as 10 million years, from 75 to 65 million years ago, the humanoid colonies of Gaia, the name of the Earth from the Andromedians, lived in relative independence both from the former master of the planet colony Tijik of the Orion Empire, and from its 2 submasters the Federation Draco and the Markup Confederation. Lizards aborigines of the planet Earth Terra. Everything on Earth after the landing of 4 humanoid races from space on it was good, almost for 10 million years. But 65 million years ago, when the humanoid colonies evolved to interstellar flights and contacts with other worlds of space, a catastrophe, a war occurred on Earth again. The aborigines of the Earth, the Shetty lizard race from the underground supercivilization of reptoids, with their own UFO fleet, and with the support of their draconoids of the Draco Federation, see the Lacerta files in the publications section of the PANGALAXY website, using a special bomb, they wiped out almost all humanoid outpost colonies on Earth Terra from the face of the Earth. The new name of the Earth in the Draco Federation and the Markup Confederation since those tragic times, 65 million years ago. As the hierarch of the Earth, the Lord El Morya said, the wars of the reptoids with the humanoids of the Earth are not less than 500 million years old. And this is the first thing. Secondly, as Raptodus Lacerta informs the Earthlings, it has long been behind the scenes of the events, and on Earth, in its atmosphere, biosphere, and in the undergrounds of the planet, as well as in deep space there goes a thorough preparation for a new war, for real estate, Earth, or to a new war of the gods, aliens, for the planet Tijik, Orion, Gaia, Andromedans, and Terra, Draco Federation, in this solar system of the Milky Way galaxy. The humanoid world of Terra and its new catastrophe. No matter how the lizards and reptoids tried to destroy the humanoid colonies 65 million years ago, after the radiation scattered and life was restored on it, all 4 races continued to live on the planet, by migration. The black humanoid race of Orion, remaining in Africa, moved in groups to Australia and India. White from Alpha Centauri, from the sunken continent of Atlantis, to Europe and North America. Red from the Pleiades, from Lemuria that sank in the Pacific Ocean, to Central and South America. And yellow from Procyon, the sunken continent of Chia, a neighbor of Lemuria, to Southeast Asia and China. Planet Earth, the appearance of its continents has acquired an almost modern look. But due to the planet's new catastrophe, a 90-degree pole shift from Nibiru, about 35 million years ago, Antarctica, which was at the equator, ended up at the South Pole, and Laurasia Hyperborea, drowning in the ocean, on the north. See Legendary, with the continents Atlantis, Lemuria and Mu, Chia, and a modern, geological map, where the Alpids are shown in yellow, the main shifts of the Earth's crust 35 million years ago. About the evolution of humanoid races on Earth. For more details on the evolution of humanoid races in the scientific report of the author, Euphogenetics and Euphogony, from the dispersion of brine fractions to the interferences of ultra-civilizations, at the 40th Seagull, UFO, readings in March 2012 in Moscow at the link below and in the description. 1. Readings program. 2. The text of the report on the Russian UFO site. As you can see, the history of no less than 5 Homo civilizations, see Elena Blavatskaya, The Secret Doctrine, Volume 1, is very dramatic, which is why people find on Earth unknown megalithic structures with traces of very high technology, as in archives of the Earth Vatican find more and more evidence about the legendary past of the planet Terra. All these facts are ignored and ridiculed. Not an informational blockade of Earthlings by Equestrianism from the Blue Avians. See below. Not the overseers of the Gijevskalikon as their planet church. And not the lizardmen of the Draco Federation and their subordinate structures on Earth. Yes. Consonances of the history of the galaxy. But if everything is exactly like that, and Earthlings begin to learn more and more about the true history of the Earth, about the nightmare prism, perish and laboratory farm situation, then is it not the drama of the ancient galactic empire in the person of the Emperor Xenu, so much like the fantasy story of Emperor Palpatine equals the magician Sidious in Hollywood Lucas Star Wars series? See below. I wonder what critics and skeptics will ask the author. Yes, to those dear ones, that isn't the new emperor of the Orion Empire, a certain person X. As a true prima master of the Earth equals Tjik, progressor of the physical worlds of the Milky Way galaxy, by analogy with the sci-fi series, Star Wars, of Hollywood Lucas, Palpatine Sidious doesn't strike back. And to all his pawns, puppet, non-Orion governments of the Earth, in the first place. And to all the figures, whether Andromeda Galicon, the Draco Federation, the Markup Confederation, and many other aliens on the planet Tjik Orion. Secondly, absolutely. Even gods are powerless against fate. To be continued.